What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. And we have a game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bulls versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, we are playing the 76ers tonight. This will be a good test and a good battle for us. The home team, which is the 76ers, they're playing pretty good right now. They're 5-2. And as you all know, the Bulls are 6-1. The Bulls, we're just winning right now. Even with Embiid, I guess he's still covering from an injury. He should be playing today, even though he's been put on rest for a lot of games. But he is expected to play today. And the Sixers have actually been playing pretty impressive for the most part. So that's good to see. The game will take place at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be 6 o'clock Central Time if you live in the Chicago area. And it will take place at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I'm going to start off by talking about the 76ers. And so their last game was against Portland, which was an interesting game. But, it must have put a lot of their worries to rest because they played without Tobias Harris and Embiid. And, they played good. You had Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and George Niang. They pretty much steamrolled Portland and won their fifth victory. And, that was pretty cool to see, despite the fact that they struggled defensively, allowing the opponents to score at least 103 points per game. But, their offense has been really good. That's what's been keeping them afloat, keeping them winning. And so they've been scoring like 112 points per game. And so, Philly, they're shooting 38% on threes and 49% on their field goals. And so they're really efficient. And they're pretty good at scoring. And Seth Curry, he's been shooting really good from the three. So he's a player that the Bulls should take notice of. He's actually been shooting a better percentage than his brother. And his parents have always said that he's a better shooter. So definitely want to look at Seth Curry and keep an eye on him. And I feel like the key player for this game will be Joel Embiid. He's clearly among the best centers in the game. He's kind of seemed kind of unguardable at different times when he's on a roll. His scoring has went down a little bit this season, but overall the Phillies offense has gotten better. He's had a lot of rest. He's well rested. He's going to be coming into this game, excited. Vooch is not the best defender, so he's going to be looking to go at Nikola Vooch. But it should make for an excellent matchup. And he's the best shot blocker on the Sixers with 1.7 blocks per game. So you should look forward to that. And he's actually shot pretty good as far as free throws also. So, his free throw percentage is good. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for Joel Embiid. The predicted lineup for the 76ers, this is actually a little different, but I'm going to read it off anyway. At the guards, you got Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxey. Now, Danny Green, I guess he just pulled a hamstring last game, so he's not expected to play. Now, I'm not sure who they're going to have sub in for him at the moment, but we'll be tuned to find out towards closer to game time. Furkan Korkmaz, he would be in the lineup, and Joel Embiid. So that would be the lineup for the Sixers. Now to the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls on the roll, 6-1. They had one of the best games in the past couple of years recently against Boston, where they started hitting all their threes. They start off hitting their first 4 threes. And then they was real lethal, but then the team went down to falling down by like 19 against Boston. But then in the fourth quarter, and mostly thanks to their bench, they stormed back and actually beat Boston by 14. So they was down by 19 and beat Boston by 14 within the same quarter. So that should show how lethal and how deadly the Bulls can be. You know, they came back from being down against the Knicks also. So, you know, the Bulls are doing their thing. And, you know, they played against two playoff contenders in the Utah and Boston. You know, they a lot of people were sleeping on the Bulls saying, oh, well, they only beat the non-playoff teams, and so we had to prove, you know, we beat Utah, who was undefeated. You know, the Bulls can play, and we can go at it with some of the best teams. So, you know, they are, you know, a key player. Well, I'm gonna name two key players for the Bulls. The first one would be Vooch, just because he has a great matchup going against Embiid. I would expect Vooch to also go back at him. And, you know, with his spacing and his ability to shoot threes, I feel like if his shot is on, he can be able to put up some points. So hopefully he'll be able to shoot himself out of the shooting slump that he's in. And another key player also, I would say, is DeMar DeRozan. You know, Zach, he's easily the best player on the roster and the best scorer. But, you know, everybody knows Zach has been dealing with that thumb injury. But DeMar, he's pretty much had Zach's back. He's been picking up the scoring. You know, he's shooting 49% on field goals and averaging 25.6 points. But he's just giving that extra boost that the Bulls need. And I don't feel like, you know, Philly has really good defenders. Tyrese Dybul, I think his name is. He's a tremendous defender, but he can only defend one of LaVine and DeRozan. So I feel like whoever he guards, just to try to slow them down, I expect the other one to turn up and put some points on the board. Now for the prediction, you know, they're both brilliant teams. I feel like this is going to make for a very entertaining game. But I feel like, you know, the road that the Bulls have been on have been really good. And I just feel like with Philly missing Ben Simmons and missing Tobias Harris and also Danny Green, that's 3 starters. And I feel like the Bulls, they're a little more healthy and they have a little more offensive. Well, I wouldn't say offensive, but definitely defensive firepower to push them over the top. So definitely look forward to this game. Subscribe to my page to keep up with all the updates. Like this video. Bulls Nation, I hope you're excited. We're on the road. Let's try to get this to 7-1, and let's get it.